Well, hey, everybody, it's Harlan here, and I want to welcome you. We're going to be getting started in just a couple of minutes. Now, I know from last time that people came loaded with questions, and we want to make sure that every single question is answered. So if you have some questions, go ahead and type them into the question box, and my partners here will read off the questions and we will get started answering your questions. This is kind of like the warm up. We're in the on deck circle. But the good stuff, man, good stuff is to come. We are going to do a live demonstration of Manus during this call based on your input. That's just to show that I'm not coming here with anything preloaded. We're gonna do something based on your input. And I'll just have to decide which one can be done quickly enough. So it could be maybe creating a sales letter for a imaginary product, or maybe a real product. Maybe some person here has a product that they want to launch and they could use a sales letter from. Hey, that would be sweet, wouldn't it? Or how about some social media posts? Or maybe let's push it. How about a book? How about you guys create a book, fiction, nonfiction, whatever it is, and we have Manus write the book. There are so many more things that we can do. And how about create a product to sell? We're actually going to be doing that a little bit later with some of our friends, showing them how Manus can make you money really, really quickly. Plus, you're going to see some amazing case studies from people who have already decided to work with us and have built businesses in a single day. And you're going to see absolute proof of that. So you want to take a look at and see what kind of questions are coming in here. What's
We got what's the difference between a credit and a task? Am I limited to only two a month? So I'm sure you can answer that. Is
okay? So first of all, a task is something that you tell Manus to do. And are you limited to two a month? Well, that depends on what kind of task it is. The idea of giving you 1,000 credits when you join is so that you can explore Manus and see it as a money making tool, not a money taking tool. And once you cross that boundary from money taking, costing you money, to money making, you'll upgrade and like me want to know, okay, how can I get more credits, more credits after that? um I'm working Manus 24/7 and it is doing stuff for me that makes me money. So if you're going to use Manus for making money, as we're going to show you today, then the number of credits really isn't a concern. Unlike things that you may have done in the past where big promises were made and under-delivered, that is not the case what you're going to see here today. Next question. Any more questions?
we got is this some type of deep seek or open source?
Um, well, there are people attempting to do open source. DeepSeek is an LLM. It is not um, it is not an AI agent. And so those are two horses of a different feather. What we're going to show you is they are people trying to do open source. I have not yet tested it. I'm not sure it's 100% there or that it can do everything that Manus can do. I also don't know how well it's supported there's a bug. If there's a bug in Manus and you report it to them, they immediately refund your credits and thank you because it's only in beta and going to get much better. So it's not like DeepSeek at all. Next question. Before we get started, we'll take one more question and then we're going to jump in as people are joining us.
Here's a good, nice, hard question. Can Manus predict stock market signals?
Oh, I have someone who trades futures who discovered Manus this week at my prodding, and he went, "Holy cow, this redefines my business." And that's a guy who, on his trading business, is already doing something like 200 or 300K a month, aside from the money that he makes from trades. So the answer to that is yes, given the information, um, it will figure that out. That is a yes, and that's not a hard thing at all to do.
All right, Harlan, we're at the top of the hour. You've got over 100 people here. I think it's time to get started, and we'll get back to these questions later in the call.
All right, that's
And everybody
fantastic.
can keep sending questions, and we'll have time for them.
Absolutely. Okay, so here we go, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Harlan Kilstein, and they call me the godfather of Manus or the maestro of Manus. Why? Because since Manus came out, I have been pushing it to its limits. I've had it creating for many, many people, people you would recognize from the world of internet marketing, who have been flocking to work with me on Manus. And they have been blown away, amazed at how much a single session with Manus can do for their business. A project that would take weeks is done in 20 or 30 minutes. A product that would have cost 20, 30, or $40,000 is done for a couple of hundred credits. Honestly, I have been involved in internet marketing since around 2002. And I've been involved in AI probably since around 2017, 2018. But I have never seen anything as powerful as Manus. What it is able to do will shock you, and how it can take anyone, even someone who is not a programmer at all, has zero experience in programming, can write and deploy the most sophisticated programs that will make you money. Plus, if you are someone who's looking to make money and has struggled to create your own products, has struggled to write books, has struggled to write scripts, social media posts, you can't think of what to say, those days are over. Um, it is just not unlike anything that we've seen. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our presentation, and I'm going to present. And now I'm going to share my screen. And can you guys in the question world over there, can you guys tell me if you can see my screen? I don't want to go any further without hearing from you guys that you can see my screen, you can hear my voice. Let me know.
We've got a yes, we've got a yes, we've got a yes, we've got a yes. See and hear you. You are Cleared to go, Harlan.
Okay, so welcome to the Manus AI webinar. I'm going to suggest that this is going to be so action-packed that I know that attention spans can sometimes drift, um, but this is one, turn off your phones, turn off whatever you have. This is one that is well worth paying your full attention to. And this is a unbelievable um, opportunity to go to the next generation of AI. So if you thought that you knew AI, well, you ain't seen nothing yet. In advance, we had dozens of outstanding questions. Make sure you turn off the distractions because these questions may be the ones that you wish you had asked. So, Manus is an AI agent. It lets you innovate, lets you become more efficient. It is going to completely um, transform how people like you and me work and solve problems. Um, Manus, unlike other agents, actually has the ability to think. And so Manus will do things you never thought possible, saving you time, money, boosting your ROI through the roof. At some point today, I'll probably show you some of the things that I've done with Manus um, that include writing numerous books, uploading videos to Manus, not for transcription, but to have Manus watch the videos and look for minute clues that most people would miss, to writing programs and scripts and websites. But Manus can do it all. So there are so many different people here, from people who are simply curious about AI to people who have multi-million dollar enterprises. So we're going to have something for you, no matter who you are, whether you are just a curious explorer that's going to enhance your personal productivity, whether you are a business leader, whether you are a tech person, you are going to see that Manus is super powerful. Now, there has been a study that most small businesses, I believe the number is up to 80% of small businesses, have been disappointed because they thought that AI was going to do more for them. They are dying for someone to show them the real promise of AI. And that someone could very well be you. So Manus is a customizable AI agent. Let's think of going into Home Depot. Well, some people go into Home Depot to copy a key. Not much there. Some people go into Home Depot to buy a light bulb. Okay. They have a very wide selection of light bulbs, probably more than the average grocery store. If you're looking for a particular light bulb, you'll probably find it there. Some people are looking for garden tools. They have a whole garden department. Some people need power tools. Okay, been there many times for power tools. Some people want to build an entire house. Is that possible? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And so all these things are possible and they're available today. So there are simple tools, there are power tools, and you have an environment that adapts to you, to your workflow, to your business, no matter how simple or no matter how complex it is. It's like having the most fantastic machine that is. I remember I was a big fan of Star Trek, that scene in Star Trek 3 when Scotty picks up the mouse and talks to it, and computer, computer, and he wants it to do something, and they tell him he has to use the keyboard. Well, we're at the keyboard edge, but Manus is like that level of power, that level of power that it can do just about anything. You're going to learn about Manus and AI agents. You're going to discover what they're capable of. You're going to see practical, real use cases. We're even going to go live and build something for you in Manus today, for you, with you in Manus today. And we're going to show you how to get started. Now, this takes a little bit of doing over here, but I'm going to go to Manus. Do, do, do. And just show you. Let's stop this share. Sorry about that. Okay, now let's show you this share. And this is what the control panel of Manus, all these things here are what I've done with Manus. It just goes on and on and on and on. Plus, I have another version of Manus that I work with too. And we're going to go, I just want to show you there's nothing here. We are ready for you to give us a task a little bit later on. All right, now let's go back to our presentation. Where is it? Happens every time when you change things in Zoom. It makes it difficult, like unlike the good old days. Okay, so, and then we're going to show you how to get started. How many people here do not have access to Manus yet? Just type need access in the questions. What's going on there? How many people need access to Manus?
We got 1, 2, 3, 4. So Frank needs access, Lily needs access, Dale needs access, Jimmy needs access, Delilah, Keith, Anonymous, Matthew, Brad. It keeps going. About 2 dozen people still need access, maybe more, who aren't signed
Okay.
up.
Well, we're going to help you out with that during the call today, and we'll even show you how a couple of people can get immediate access um, straight from me. So let's get going. Okay, so Manus, the key word about Manus that differs from LLMs and the other beginner tools is that Manus works in your absence. Last night, I gave Manus a task, and when I woke up in the morning, it was done. You don't have to sit there and coax information out of it. You can close Manus and come back, and it just works in your absence. Chat, you close chat, it's done. You've lost the work, it's gone for good. Manus works independently. So it's available 24/7. It connects with hundreds of tools, and it automates most routine digital tasks that you would like to do, and so much more. The things that you don't want to do because they're repetitious and they are time wasting, well, Manus will do them for you. What's an AI agent? Well, they understand complex goals. They plan and execute multiple steps. They use tools like browsers, code interpreters, APIs, and they learn and adapt over time. Essentially, it's like having a really smart digital VA that can do whatever you tell it. So if you could say, build a website about the following topic, research the topic to make sure everything is up to date, figure out what pages there need to be, It's going to be a WordPress site. Figure out the categories, create 3 articles for each category, and post them to the site, um, and add a stock image from Pixabay to each one. Manus will go ahead and do that. Um, and then you can come back and you can see it, um, and have it ready to go. There is nothing like that. You can't do that with chat. You can't do that with Perplexity, with Claude, with DeepSeek, with Grok. Yeah, it can do a page at a time for you. Then you can copy and paste it. But listen, I've been using chat since the day it came out. And I can tell you that we are entering the next level of the digital AI age. So Manus is an advanced agent. It's intelligent. It innovates. It has versatility and it collaborates. It works with you. Want to write a book on Manus? Manus will do it either for you or Manus will do it with you. How many people here have always wanted to write a book? It's been like one of your dreams. I'd like to write a book about my business. I read like a book about my family. Like to write a novel. I'd like to write a nonfiction book. If you've ever thought of writing a book, um, can you put that in the chat and let me know
We
if
got
that's something we should?
Lily, Dale, and Delilah all want to write books.
Okay. Well,
Oh,
you're
and Josh and Angela and Deborah. So there's about half a dozen who definitely want to write a book, and I'm sure there's some who, oh, Brian, yep, there's some more coming in.
okay. Well, good.
Oh, yep,
Um,
a dozen.
well, maybe we'll come back to you. Maybe that will be our project, writing the book right in front of you. And maybe some lucky person will have get their book done for them. What makes Manus unique? It adapts. It's not limited to specific domains. It can work for business. It can work for personal. It uses tools for browsing, for coding, for file management, APIs. It um, it handles complex tasks. When something goes wrong, as it sometimes does in coding, it decodes it, debugs it, and gets it working. And it works with you to constantly refine what you want to do. When you give a command to chat, that's it. Until it finishes what you've done, you can't give it any more information at all. But with Manus, you can give it new information on top of old information. Now, Chat GPT and other LLMs, this is not just another chat. Unfortunately, many people come to Manus and treat it like it's another chat. ChatGPT is primarily focused on conversational interaction and generating text. Yes, it can sometimes write code. It understands language. It can write. It can translate. It can answer questions based on training data, but it can't act autonomously. It can't use direct tools like browsers, code execution, file systems. And typically, it requires a step-by-step prompt from the user for multitask stages. So it's like a brilliant conversationalist, a writer, a researcher that you interact via text prompts. Manus does autonomous planning and execution. It understands high-level objective. It independently plans. It proficiently uses tools. It can manage long-running processes and adapt based on intermediate results. And this is like someone that will do the work for you. So what can Manus do? It can gather information, it can set up automations, it can research, it can create articles, reports, code, marketing copy, creative text. It can write, debug, and explain code. It can create tools. It can deploy applications, and it can integrate into all your digital workflows and tools. Now, upstairs, my stepson is studying for his AP exams. This will give you a real example. And the APs start tomorrow. And I said in chat, can you create a a program that will enable him to study, and I use the American History AP exam as a topic so he can be ready for the exam. And it created a schedule of how much time he should spend each day and what subjects. And I said, well, that's not what I had in mind. I wanted you to create um, uh, practice exams that he could take every day that would help him improve his score. And chat just gave me the same schedule again. No changes, no improvements, nothing done. And needless to say, that did not help my goals one so whatever. So I think I'm going to ask for a tea because I'm coughing. Hold on. Asking the wife for a tea. Okay. Um, I ask it one more time, more detailed. No, I really want something that has questions and that he can each day he can come to it and there are new questions so that he can study for the exam. It put out the same schedule again, except it said you can go to ap.com to find sample questions. Okay, that was its limits. I went over to ChatGPT, told it what I wanted. It set up an online tool that they can take tests every day in specific areas with fresh questions generated every day. At the end of the test, it would score and tell you how you did. Total time elapsed in building that, probably about 30 minutes. And all of the kids in the class want to use it. So Manus can do things even on a simple level like that without having an ounce of knowledge about coding. You do not need to know coding, programming, or any other languages to do this. So benefits of Manus. It makes tasks that would take weeks or months in an hour. It reduces your costs. It enhances your productivity. It scales operations. It can handle large workloads without any cost increase. It accelerates innovation. It makes AI relevant to your business without knowing any technical stuff. It's just mind blowing. So let's start with simple. A personal research assistant. You can quickly learn new topics. You can find specific information. You can get summaries. Skill development. You can learn how to code. Not that you would want to, but it can teach you. You can learn languages. You can explore complex subjects. You can automate all digital life. You can manage schedules, like I had that schedule created for my stepson about studying. You can sort emails. You can track information. And creative partner, it can brainstorm ideas, overcome writer's block, draft content. I had a woman who came to me and said, how can Manus enhance my creativity? And it created an entire creativity enhancement program for her. She was blown away. You want to make money online? It can build and deploy websites. You could do affiliate marketing. It can find high paying affiliate products that other people aren't promoting. It can create all the materials you need. Goodbye paying those people 1997 or 29.97 for the ability to promote their product. Forget it. Manus will do that for you. Find other products, uh, and that really work. YouTube domination. You can analyze successful channels and discover how to beat them at their own game. Write new original scripts for your channel. And let me tell you, I have hired script writers who charge $160 to $200 a script. Manus does better. Online products, research the market, create and publish your own products, build websites, sell them, and you're going to see how one of our co-hosts today did precisely that. He built a website, half hour, 40 minutes, a money-making website just using Manus. It could create books. Now, this book is by a friend of mine, Travis Sago. Travis wrote a book called Make 'em Beg to Buy From You. And I said, Travis, can I do a demonstration with your book? What would be helpful to you? And he said, if you could make my book for coaches. So I went ahead, fed his old book into Manus, had it read his old book. And then I said, okay, make this product for coaches. And Manus went to work. Well, he wanted to do it for coaches. He wants to do it for HVAC. He wants to do it for roofers. He wants to do it for dentists and so forth. And I just did coaches for him. And when I delivered it to him the next day with a nice new cover, the original cover was on the left. He paid a photographer to do that. I created the cover on the right. I think it looks better. And he was blown away. He said it actually would only take a really tiny bit of work to have a book ready for publication. And that, my friends, is absolutely amazing. So if you have a product that it's ready for one market, you can make it ready for many, many other markets as well. Business, you can create incredible individual market research, competitor analysis, find the gap. So, for example, if you are a realtor, you can find information about what's going on, what the other people are doing, and find the gap. You can research, identify, and collect potential leads. I I'm actually in the middle of a project with that on Manus that it will find your ideal audience for you. It will find the potential leads. It will write a cold email sequence, and it will even send them cold email. You can create targeted content, blogs, social media, emails, ad copy. You can develop SEO strategies. You can monitor brand sentiment. You can write white papers. There are people, if you're into SEO, there are people paying close to $200 a month for programs like Ahrefs or HubSpot. Manus can replace them all and do better for far less. You can streamline customer supports. You can generate operational reports, inventory, logistics, performance. You can automate data entry. You can automate workflows. You can analyze supply chain data. HR can screen resumes and shortlist candidates so that Nobody on your team has to do it. Manus will do it. It can draft job subscriptions and onboarding material. It can manage internal knowledge bases. It can analyze employee feedback. It can automate routine administrative tasks. Instead of paying someone a salary to do it, Manus will do it better and faster. It is revolutionizing industry. Business use, Facebook and finance and compliance. It can analyze your financial data. It can generate financial summaries and visualizations. It can automate expense report processing. It can assist with compliance checks and documentation review. IT, it can generate, debug, and optimize code. It can create automated software scripts. I've done a few of those, even though I have zero coding background. It can write technical documentation. It can build internal tools and simple web applications. It can research API integrations and technical solutions. And some of the stuff that I've done for clients has just boggled my mind. Business use, it can do strategy and research. It can compile comprehensive industry trend reports. It can conduct patent searches and technology scouting. It can draft business plans. I remember my business plan took me about um, 4 months to write. Manus could do it in an afternoon. Performed feasibility studies for new initiatives. All of these things, if you want to have a serious business, you're looking for investors, they're going to want to see a business plan. Manus can create one that will knock them dead. Now let's do a live demonstration of Manus. Let's go live and go over to the question box and let's hear some of your suggestions, what you would like to see. What's coming in over there? Be creative.
Harlan, I have it's so funny. I'm looking at all these questions that are coming in here, and literally I don't think there's any one of these that Manus can't do. And this is pretty wild. So I'm just gonna read off a few. You kind of pick whichever ones you want. They're all great though. Um, geez, let's start with I'm just gonna read off a few, and maybe you just pick one that you want to go with. Uh,
Okay.
can Manus access the internet and recreate a website using the information already available on that site?
Yep.
That's one. I already did that.
We've done that
If I feed SEMrush data set into Manus, how large of a website will it build? 10 pages, 100 pages, a
as
thousand.
much as you want.
My goal is to be able to build money-making affiliate websites. Can Manus help them with this? And can it help generate traffic to them?
Yep.
I'm a luxury realtor. I'm looking for the best way to leverage Manus to help with listing description, brochures, and websites. What's the best way to do that?
Actually, I'm doing that with realtors. And what we do is we create special reports for each client, giving them an outlook on the neighborhoods that they are interested in, giving them a granular level of detail about everything in the neighborhood that nobody else is providing for them. What else do we have?
Oh man, we have analyzed Google's ad search data and suggest ideas for campaign optimizations, negative keywords, new ad groups,
Oh, yeah.
weekly
The only
stock.
thing is, the only thing for that is it would need someone to log in its browser capacity. You would have to log in to your um, Google Ads account, and then Manus could go through it and do that.
How to analyze a YouTube channel,
Oh, I love that. Do you
create
have a
a
YouTube channel in mind?
what YouTube Eve, a YouTube channel do you have in mind? Let's go with you. Modified keto diet, weekly menus.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Eve, why don't we oh man, they're asking a lot of good data questions too, which excites me. Because I know how well Manus works for that. Create a quiz, absolutely. I could personally show you one I've created. Why don't we go with the YouTube one, and why don't you just
Well,
pick?
here's what we did on quizzes. I had it look at a quiz that I have at one of my websites called just4minutes.com. Please examine the quiz at just4minutes.com. Go all the way to the end. Tell me when you're done. It went through all of the questions and whatever. Pay special attention to the information pages. Yep, did that. Here you see it's going through my quiz, checking it. Okay, continuing the quiz, got all the way to the end. Okay, it explains it, whatever, completed the quiz all the way to the end. Okay, thank you very much for analyzing my quiz. Of course, I knew that. Now we want to build a similar funnel for this company. At regular intervals, we want authority posts. And it went ahead based on the quiz that it saw. It created not just one quiz. How many quizzes did it create? Oh, it gave headline focused quizzes, benefit focused quizzes, curiosity driven quizzes. And it created quiz funnels for all 10 hooks that it came up with. Okay, if that's not flying, created quizzes, it created every single one, created 10 separate quiz funnels, depending on different needs that the person wanted. Okay, now let's go to our new task, and we're going to analyze a channel. Do we have a YouTube channel that we want to analyze?
Yeah, let's go with artificially AI.
Hold on, let me go make sure that I can find it. I'm just going to look for YouTube. You won't see it, but that's what I'm doing. YouTube, and the name of the channel is
Slash at artificially AI.
at artificially AI.
Welcome to the intriguing world of artificial intelligence.
Okay, we have this channel. Now I'm coming back to Manus. Let's go. You can see my Manus now, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Please analyze this channel. Pay attention to content. By the way, you folks out there can suggest things that you wanted to pay attention. Pay attention to contact, length of videos, most popular topics. Anything else you guys want from that channel?
I think that's it. I think that is it right now.
And then we go. Now we get the Harlan spin on it and create an emulation guide. So I can create a channel similar to that one. And then when we're done, we push the up arrow. Now, typically when we push the up arrow, Manus is going to come back to us with a couple of questions. So it's going to the page. And now it's going to, okay, here are the questions. What's the primary goal or target audience? Okay, let's go back to whoever asked that question. What's the primary goal or target audience?
So Delilah, what is the target audience? Delilah, are you there? Artificial intelligence news?
Okay. People interested in news of AI. Now, I don't press return, I just go on to 2. Are there any specific elements? I'm going to choose all. How detailed should it be? Very detailed. And do we want a text document or a PDF? Let's go 4. Give me a PDF. Okay, notice there's no fluff. Don't act like an expert in artificial intelligence. You just tell it what to do. I've answered their questions, and now it's going to go to work. It's going to say, okay, this is what you want. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Now, down here, you see that it's on step 1 of 6. Oh, we're up to 2 of 6 already. It's analyzing the content. Okay, it's initializing the computer. And down here, you can see what it's doing. You can see step by step. And it's bringing up YouTube in its browser. There's the channel, and it's going to start looking at the videos.
Interestingly enough, Deborah, you had said check the spelling of all. One of the things that I like the most about Manus, when I originally hired Harlan to teach me Manus, um, he gave me the golden nugget. You don't have to spell correctly. Manus knows it. And then Wayne asks, curious how many tokens this is going to cost to produce this YouTube analysis. I'll let Harlan answer that, but I will let you in on a little secret. Harlan has created a tool to reduce the amount of tokens being used.
This one is right now, you can go here and you can see credits. And so far, it has cost me 43 credits. But that could change depending. Now, let's close this up over here. And now you see it's up to 3 out of 6. It's identifying video lengths and popular topics. So it is literally going through the videos, checking out how long they are, seeing which ones got views. This does not look like the world's most popular channel. There aren't many views. Ooh, it wants you to sign in. Oh, you detected it's a bot. Okay. Do you want me to sign in? Do you really want me to sign in? I can sign in.
And
Oh,
one thing I think I'd
oh,
reiterate,
you see that? YouTube said it's a bot, so it went around it.
one thing I'd like to reiterate to the crowd here. I see a lot of people asking about how many credits does this take? How many credits does that take? Guys, you're talking about you want to recreate a book. Do you realize to have somebody write a book with you, it would be somewhere in the neighborhood of ten to $15,000? If you wanted to have a website built verbatim, like I've done basically one a day since I've had it, do you know what a website costs to build? You're talking about pennies compared to this. I want you to think about taking an employee you could literally bark anything at to, and that thing will produce on the spot the desired result for literally pennies.
Okay, now I'm going to let this go, and we're going to come back to it because sitting here is kind of like watching paint dry. But I'm just going to show you. Oh, it's already working on the guide. It's intro, content, part 2. So Manus is almost done. Let's go back to our presentation, and then we will come back and see what Manus has done. Now, remember, clearly, I had not seen that that channel before, and I have made emulation guides for my channels as well. Manus is also better than any script writer that I have seen or paid for. Okay, so how do you get started with Manus? So number one is you go to, if you don't have an account, here's my sneaky suggestion. Hope you guys like sneaky, but go and download Manus on your phone. Everybody grab your phone. You're going to need it. And go to Manus or go to your app store or Android store and download the Manus app. When you go there, I want you to sign in or apply for account with a Gmail address. Why a Gmail address? Because Manus knows that it's legit very, very quickly. And if they ask you for a reason why you want to apply to Manus, give them something related to AI. My business is dependent upon AI, and I need to see how I can integrate AI agents into my business. Or I build YouTube channels with AI and I want Manus's help. Then verify you are human. Many people who have done this get access to Manus within the hour. So go ahead and do that. Don't get distracted by your phone, but we'll come. I want you to take this step. Now, if you have Manus on your phone, here's the cool thing that you can give it assignments at night, go to bed, and wake up, and it's there on your computer. Manus goes back and forth between your phone and your computer effortlessly. So just about every night, don't tell my wife I do this, is that I go into the bedroom and I sit down on a little couch we have and I figure out a task that Manus can do for me. So last night I asked Manus to optimize my LinkedIn profile. Manus said, "Can you log into LinkedIn for me?" I said, "Sure." I logged into LinkedIn. Manus went to work. I went to sleep. And in the morning, Manus had told me what to do. It can't write to LinkedIn, but it did a really good job of it. So I'm thrilled with that. Let's go. And then your lucky day, you're going to get a Manus code, and you give them the code and you join. And they're very simple. You start to use it. Now, the number one complaint people have about Manus is that it eats up credits. There's a reason it eats up credits. There's a saying in computers from day one, and I've been working with computers from when I was in high school, working on basic language, and then Fortran and COBOL. And that's when I stopped my programming, which is ages ago, before things like Python and all these other languages came along. But we learned a term called GIGO. Who knows what GIGO stands for? If you know what GIGO stands for, type it in. What's GIGO? Let's see how many people know. GIGO. GIGO. How many people know? Or if I stumped the world?
Everybody saying garbage in, garbage out.
All right. Well, here's an example of garbage in. And this is a kind of thing that people would do in chat. People have been told, be chatty with chat. It will like you. Treat it nicely. Hey, Manus, how are you doing today? So I have this idea, right? I'm thinking of opening a new coffee shop in downtown Austin, Texas. It's going to be super cool, focusing on really high quality specialty coffee, single origin stuff, pour overs, maybe some unique latte art. And the vibe is important too, like good cozy, good for working or just hanging out. Anyway, before I jump in, I really need to understand who I'd be competing against. Can you help me figure that out? Like, I need to find other coffee shops that are actually in the downtown Austin area, not just anywhere in Austin. They should be kind of similar, focusing on that specialty coffee angle, not just big chains like Starbucks, unless they have a special reserve store, maybe. I want to know things about them. What's their atmosphere like? People talk about that online, right? So maybe check reviews like on Google Maps or Yelp. Say what people are saying about coffee quality, the vibe, the service, maybe if it's good for working. Can you find maybe 5 to 7 of the top competitors like this? And for each one, can you tell me their name, their address, maybe a link to their website if they have one? And then summarize what people are saying in the reviews about key things, coffee quality, atmosphere, service, and suitability for working. Oh, and if you find any mention of their price range, like if they're expensive or average, that would be great too. Just put it together in a nice list of something I can easily read. Does that make sense? Let me know if you need more info. Thanks so much. That would cost anywhere from 150 to 300 credits. Now, this is the way I would do it. Identify and analyze key competitors for a new specialty coffee shop in downtown Austin. Location, downtown Austin, Texas. Focus, specialty coffee, single origin, pour over, expressive, quality focus. Exclude standard large change unless it's a high-end concept. Identify 5 to 7 primary competitors. Information required, name, address, website URL. Summary of online reviews focusing on coffee quality, atmosphere, vibe. Service quality, suitability for working, studying. Mention of relative price range if found in reviews. Output, save results as a markdown file named Austin Coffee Competitors.md, which each competitor has a clearly separated section. That would cost from anywhere from 50 to 100 questions. So it's the prompting that costs you money. If you give it garbage in, it'll give you results, but it's going to cost you a price. Whereas if you know how to prompt for Manus, which is different from LLMs, you will be able to really extend your credits. Or you could use a magic tool that I have created, which takes the prompts that you're used to writing on your LLMs, you paste it on the left, it optimizes it on the right, and it shows you how many tokens or credits that you have saved. Or you could go really deep with my prompt guide, which teaches you exactly how to prompt and gives you many examples of what prompting is all about. Now, I want you to understand something. The future is in the hands of AI agents. Listen to Bill Gates, the co-founder of Microsoft. Agents are not only going to change how everyone interacts with computers, they're going to upend the software industry, bringing about the biggest revolution in computing since we went from typing commands to tapping on icons. Just imagine, right now there are huge teams that go to work for years creating games that are worth millions and millions of dollars. Pretty soon, agents are going to be able to recreate those games. As agents become more widespread, more intelligent, more sophisticated, it's going to change the way we think about computers in the first place. Daniel Abdel Hadi, a TEDx speaker. Or how about the current CEO of Microsoft? AI agents will become the primary way we interact with our computers in the future. They will be able to understand our needs and preferences and help us with tasks and decision making. The CEO of Google, by 2024, AI will power 60% of personal device interactions, with Generation Z adopting AI agents as their preferred method of interaction. Jeff Bezos. AI agents will become our digital assistants, helping us navigate the complexity of the modern world. Dennis Hassabis, the co-founder of DeepMind, we could only be a few years, maybe a decade away from general artificial intelligence. Professor of computer science at Stanford's Fifi Lee, AI agents will transform the way we interact with technology, making it more natural and intuitive. And finally, the founder of Google Brain and Course ERA, Andrew Ng, AI agents will become an integral part of our daily lives, helping us with everything from scheduling appointments to managing our finances. They will make our lives more convenient and more efficient. So my goal is to create the AI leaders of the future. Let's go see how Manus is doing. Oh, okay, let's stop my share. And here is a guide to emulating, analyzing content formats. Here are the core topics, content formats, frequency of posting, tone and style, branding, logo and banner, thumbnail design, in-video graphics and footage, visuals, narration, background music, sound effects, workflow, how they do it, and what you can do to create your own. Now, how long is it that took? How would you say? It was about 10 minutes, 15 minutes most?
Tops.
Okay, let's go see how many credits that took. 169 credits. That's like nothing. And now you know how to create a channel. And it gave you this in Markdown format, and it gave it to you in a PDF guide. So here's my emulation guide. And now look at this. Let's say I want to edit it. Maybe I want to do this for a client and I want to stick my name on it. So I save it to my Google Drive. And then I can go to my Google Drive. I don't think you're going to be able to see it. And open it up in my Google Docs. And it's there for me to stick my name on, take credit for it, and get paid for it. That is what Manus can do with hardly any effort at all. Let's hear from the folks watching. What did they think about what Manus just did in that short period of time? You saw it live. I'd never heard of that channel before. What do you think?
Amazing. Amazing. Kind of what I thought in the beginning. We got more amazings. Would you recommend, how would you proof that article?
Oh, you can ask Manus to proofread it. Go back and say, hey, Manus, could you please proofread the article, edit it, make it more simple to read, change the paragraphs, make it more presentable.
Wow, wow. How does Manus compare to 2.0, Gemini 2.5? The possibilities are dizzying. I'm even thinking at the end here, Harlan, I'll maybe show them some of the projects I made when I was a private student of yours.
Okay. So let's see. So this is my goal, is to create the next generation of AI leaders. So I've created a beginner's guide to Manus, showing you how to do it. Um, we've got a course coming, Create a Book with Manus. We have Create Products with Manus. You see a guy dressed up as a doctor here in this AI photo. One of my clients is an OBGYN at a prestigious hospital who's getting ready to retire. And he asked if I could create a product for him about OBGYN, uh, about um, uh, about pregnancy, labor, delivery, and child raising up to age, I think up to age 2. And he didn't think that Manus really knew its stuff because some of the LLMs aren't up to date. So he threw in a topic that he didn't think Manus would possibly know. And not only did Manus know about it, it created an entire unit for him. So it created the course. The course is going to be video scripts that he's going to use with a, um, a voice actor and have someone, um, add photos to it. And it already built a website for him with the content. And he said this would have taken him more than a year to do. More than a year to do. You can SEO your website with Manus. Want to know why it's not ranking? Well, Manus will tell you. Manus will write the content you need to close the gap between you and your competitors. Yeah, all possible. Copywriters. Man, copywriting is never going to recur from Manus. We're going to have a course on copywriting, and you're going to be able to write copy like the highest A-level copywriters. I mean, I got my start as a copywriter, and Manus can write like me better than I can write like me, with a lot less procrastination. Manus for agencies. We're going to be helping people build AI agencies. How to create websites with Manus. Really simple. And finally, certification as an AI agent. And as a matter of fact, I have, I want to hire you. The demand for AI agents is about to soar. I have put up a help wanted ad in our Manus group. And literally, I want to train Manus, people in Manus, and either you can go out and get jobs on your own, we'll show you how to do it, or we'll go get the jobs and feed them to you and supervise you. First, you'll start as an intern. Some people will want to go out on their own right away. But this is the demand that is coming for people to use AI agents. Now, I don't get to watch much television, but it is hockey season. So occasionally I get to watch a playoff game. And those are the only times I see commercials on Hulu. And one of the commercials that I saw was for a company that's probably spending $1 million to get business in AI agents. And anybody watching the commercial would have no idea what an AI agent was. And if you followed the URL to their company, they don't know what an AI agent is. They've only heard that there's a lot of money in it. So they're throwing out money, hoping people dumber than they are going to sign up. Those are not the clients that we want. We want the people who have the deep pockets, who are prepared to pay. So now each course that listed above retails from $9.97 to $29.97, and new courses are going to be added to that list because I want to create people who are absolute leaders in AI agents. And there will undoubtedly be new AI agents. There are at least 3 AI agents out there now. I have tried all 3. 2 out of the 3 failed repeatedly. One, I can't even get to work. I wrote to their help desk. The email bounced. I contacted them on Twitter. They said, our email didn't bounce. I went, yes, it did. And I pasted in the bounce thing. Oh, you probably didn't do it right. Okay, right. But meanwhile, it still does not work. So we are interested in this. Now, here's the thing. We know that the online world has just become a sewer of people promising and under delivering. How many people have experienced that where someone has promised you the moon and delivered nothing? Like, just a sad thing, and there's nobody there to help you, under deliver, etc. Anybody have experienced that?
Me.
Yeah.
Yes.
And these bastards have just, like the horse that looks in the water and gets jealous that it sees its reflection and it doesn't want any other horse to drink from the water. So it takes its foot and stamps the water and ends up muddying the water for itself. That's what these people have done. They have muddied the water to make it completely undesirable and teaching people that there's no way. Now, we are real people. We get on with people regularly. I deal with people one-on-one. Everybody gets to know me. Everybody gets to know Adam. Why? Because we don't need to hide. If you produce quality, um, it attracts real people. If you produce crap, well, that's going to attract a lot of flies. We're not interested in flies. We're interested in real people who want to make money now, today. And we'll be talking about that today in just a few moments. So I'm going to make you an offer that you can't refuse. I want you to join Mi Familia, my family. I want you to come aboard and really get to know us as people. Get to see that what we have is real. Adam, you want to show them what we have inside the School of Mastery, or should I do that?
It's up to you.
All right, well, I'll see. Please feel free to jump in. Let me go to the School of Mastery.
Want me to show them around?
Let me bring it up and you tell me where to go. Okay. So here we are in the School of Manus Mastery, and this is our community. This is where discussion is. And we have here make money while we sleep. Here's Amy, who joined us. Manus can make a whole new business in 45 minutes. And here she just joined us, and she used Manus this morning to research and make a junk removal business for my son in Lehigh, Utah. It took 14 minutes to do the research and another 16 minutes to make the website. And she did it. And lo and behold, she created a website that you're probably not going to be able to see because of Zoom's weirdness. But book online for junk removal. And Manus went ahead, wrote, and booked the website, all done in under a half an hour. Now, that is absolutely the kind of insane thing that Manus can do for you. So no more struggling, no more having to hire people to do it for you. Manus can do it all for you. Okay, that was Amy. Now here, people are talking about whatever. We have a question here. When you join, we want to know what time zone, because we're going to have regular office hours for everybody where we're going to be answering your questions. And that's just getting started. Then you go over to our classroom and you'll see things that are coming right. They're already here. Manus Mastery, the Manus Prompt Guide, my magic tool that will save you money, 50 ways to make money with Manus, how to make money as an affiliate with Manus, how to think like Manus, the Manus Manual, cracking the YouTube algorithm. These are all things and more are coming. There are going to be so many courses here to help you. And we're having a webinar called Making Money with Manus in 2 hours. You see, we know that when people want to start a program, they want to get results right away. They don't want to wait, and we're not going to wait. It's 1:11 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. We are doing a Making Money with Manus, and we're going to show you how you can make money today with Manus. Let's go back to sorry for all this awkward stuff, but it's a new Zoom making everybody crazy. Okay. So courses that you will get, they're dripped out for easy consumption. Create a nonfiction book with Manus. Create a fiction book. I don't know if you guys know, but how much money is involved in the fiction, especially the romance niche. Copywriting like a pro, create your own products, building websites, dominating YouTube, Manus for agencies, and SEO the easy way. Plus, bonus overload. They're already up there. The Manus Prompt Guide, the Magic Tool, 50 ways to make money with Manus, the Manus Manual, the Manus Affiliate Guide, cracking the YouTube algorithm, and then the Dinzo Guide. How many of you have heard of Dinzo? Dinzo. Let us know in the comments. Who knows what Dinzo is? Anyone know?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
So here we go. Let's go over to YouTube. Let me bring it up first. Oh, I have my YouTube open to there. Let's go to at Dinzo. Stop. Harlan, know how to type. Okay, let's stop share. And start share. Now, Denso is, let's look at his videos. His oldest video is 8 months. He puts out a video a month. 8 months, 7 months, 6 months, 5 months. Ooh, he did 2 in 5 months. Oh, one was on the end. It was really 4 months, 3 months, 2 months, 1 month, 9 days ago, and 1 day ago. Why it sucks to be born as the smallest cat in the world. Got 266,000 views in 9 days. How King Cobra got scammed by nature. 69,000 views in a day. This channel is monetized and he's making $200,000 a month. Now, if we click on any one of these, why it sucks to be a...
You're inside a thick shell dig in a nest on a rocky cliff. I suggest doing some push-up exercises during this time because, honestly, things are going to get worse. After 45 days, you hatch. But no one pays you any attention because your parents are currently in a serious discussion about whose turn it is to fetch food for the nest. You're now just a ball of downy feathers with big eyes and an open appetite. After a bit of bargaining, we discover that it's the father's turn to bring food today. Tenderly offers you soft, semi-digested meat after chewing it. Don't worry, you'll get used to this gross stuff. You start observing your parents, learning from their movements and hunting techniques. Oh, you have a sibling, a nestmate who hatched shortly after you. The best part is that you both have to fight over every meal your parents bring you. They're gonna watch the whole thing go down like it's some primetime entertainment. And the fight goes on until one of... Oh. After winning this feathered fight, you and your parents might just celebrate by... What a wonderful family. A month passes and you grow quickly. Your downy feathers...
You get the idea. Well, the guy who has developed this $200,000 a month. Now, that is not the most being made on YouTube. There are businesses like Mr. Beast that are making more than $1 million a month, but $200,000 a month for those type videos, well, that ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. So we're going to include a guide on how you can create your own Denso videos. Plus, we have a fast mover bonus. First 5 to sign up, get an invite. Ooh, got to change this. First 5 to sign up, get a free invite code from Manus. If you don't have an invite code, we'll get you in today. Oh, I only have 5 of them. If you join right now, you'll be invited to a special webinar this afternoon called, it's called Make Money with Manus. And that's going to be this afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern. Now, if you pay in full, you get a free one-on-one session with me. It costs $9.97, but you get the outcome there. You get to use it. You get to sell it. You get to make money with it. And you work with me, and man, that could be worth tens of thousands, even more, of what we're doing. So go ahead, grab your phone, go ahead and you can either type in school.com/Manus with no space, or you could just take a phone, hold up your camera to the, if you hold up your camera to the screen and you look at the QR code, something will appear for you to click and it will take you directly where you can join. Adam, I heard that you had something special that you wanted to add on.
Absolutely. I'd love to jump in here and show my face and let everybody know what they're going to get and some of the success that I've had. Let me just go
You can
there.
share.
What's going on, guys? I appreciate you guys all joining us on the webinar here on a Sunday. It means a lot to me. For starters, I always look for individuals that I partner up with, and if you do decide to join arms with us, you will be partners with us in this escapade. And but you made a decision today, right? You could have been doing a lot of things, right? You could have been out there watching sports and kind of lowering the quality of your life and the quality of the life that you could produce for you and your family. But you chose to jump on here and learn.
That's one. That's one. First one in.
First one in, we got it. All
Keep
right.
tracking it, please.
So, with that being said, I just wanted to congratulate you all for saying yes to your business. Okay. Because every time you're presented with a new idea, welcome, Dan. Every time you're presented with a new idea, there's two routes in life you can take, right? One is you can become a professional Zoom attender and probably get results, but the results are going to take either a long period of time or they're not going to come at all. Or two, you can take action, right? And we know by the data that those that take action the quickest when they learn something new are the ones that are most likely to succeed. And I want to show you what happened when Harlan, when I paid a lot of money for his one-on-one time, what he showed me and some of the things that I produced. And I'm just going to show you real quickly because he's kind of covered most of this. But check this out, guys. And just so everybody knows, I'm no one special. I do not have a background in technology. I do not have a background in anything other than welding. And I got very good in sales. And you may be wondering, well, if you're so good in sales, why are you here? Well, guys, if you don't know me, you don't know who I am. I grew up in a small little town in New Jersey. And I basically started with this company called Aflac, right? And this was before the duck commercial came out. And I was about 21 years old. And to give a long story short, within 3 years, I was number 8 out of 68,000 people. And I retired when I was 34, number 2 in the company. I looked for opportunity. Okay. And what I never wanted to miss out on was the next wave. You see, I wasn't around for the dot-com bubble. I wasn't around for all that. But imagine being at a point in your life where you can literally take someone with an average skill set that can literally follow directions and go out there and create whatever it is you want. You see, when I'm watching this webinar here, I'm looking at individuals on the questions that you're asking and literally laughing because these were the same questions that I had when I approached Harlan and asked him and begged him to teach me one-on-one. Well, after I handed over my credit card, guess what? He got on with me. But check this out, guys. I'm going to show you just a few things that I've built. Now, here's real simple. I saw people going, well, hey, can you create websites with this? Guys, watch this. Go here, right? This is a website, as you guys can see in the URL here, mymenopauserx.com. Well, I wanted to create a website verbatim and go ahead and test it to see if it was a viable result. In the past, I would have had to hire a web developer, so forth and so on. Not with Manus. All I did was put in a prompt that's inside that school group, and boom, as you can see here, this was created on Manus. Okay, this literally took me about 15 minutes, and I have a verbatim website, okay, according to Manus, right? I was creating some things for Manus, even with this webinar. Look, guys, I don't have any design experience. I don't have any copy experience. This is what I was able to create. Okay, guys, you want to learn how to become an interior designer. You want to help interior designers. You want to sell interior designer stuff. This was created literally for a friend of mine using Manus. Not only did Manus design the room for me, what Manus did on top of that was created a full proposal, right, for this individual and gave links to where the products are in that picture to go buy. So really the only thing in your mind is your imagination. You guys want to learn how to make money affiliate marketing? Awesome. Look at this, guys. This site I created, I joke you, I kid you not. I created this literally sitting in a sauna because what Harlan left out was when you do that app on your phone, you can talk to Manus. You see, I don't like to type. I like to talk. I talked to Manus and it literally built me a full-blown affiliate site where I could go ahead, look at this, guys, where I can go ahead and literally sort supplements out by what I'm looking for, okay? get more descriptions on them, and then boom, go ahead and buy now. Guys, what you're seeing here is the opportunity of a lifetime. And now what I want to focus on here is this. Every opportunity of a lifetime has a lifetime to the opportunity. All right. We are at 46 members inside this group as of right now. When we get to 100, we are going to seal it off because we want to get our members results. So, Jonathan, congratulations for joining. Guys, what I want you to do is dig down deep inside and find something that you never had before and get ready to join and lock arms and join us on this thing where we're going to go ahead and create the next wave of people that, as long as you follow directions, you can go out there and live the life that you and your family deserve. All right. Because up until now, what you probably have thought was success is reserved for special people. It's not. Okay. Success is reserved for those that take action and those that go ahead and invest in their future. How much is this investment? Okay. It's very simple. Go to joinmanus.com. Go right now to joinmanus.com. It's $297 a month. That's it. $297 a month. We are going to be training live. Okay. We are going to be training live at 3 o'clock every week. Okay. We are going to have a live training. And in addition to that, if you guys get in on Wednesday, I am going to literally show you how to make your $300 a month back. So your whole thing is free, right? Your whole thing is free. So after you join, what I want you to do in the box is let us know that you're in. Because in addition to that, I have an office, 1800 Northwest Corporate Boulevard in Boca Raton, Florida, right? You are going to be flying down. 5 of you are going to be flying down, and you are going to be sitting across the table from myself and from Harlan. And we are going to be working directly with you, okay, on your business. Now, you might say, Adam, that sounds good. What do you mean fly me down? I want to fly people down to change their life. Okay. I want to fly people down to change their life. You're not going to be flying down in some shitty economy seat feeling like crap. Okay. I'm going to fly you down in the nice first class seats from wherever you're at. And you're going to go ahead and you're going to be able to sit across from us while we go ahead and literally work directly one-on-one with you and your business. Now, you may be thinking, why would I do this so cheap? Why would I do this so cheap? Because when Harlan and we were all discussing like how we can best benefit the community, we can't make it free, right? Because one, our time is money, but two, when you make things free, guess what people do? They don't pay attention at all. They don't pay attention. I would arguably say that this thing's worth $2,000-$3,000 a month, right? But Harlan said, no, Adam, I want to make it so the average individual can come in there. I can get them the freaking results right away so they can go out there and they can change their family tree forever, right? Because what most of you don't realize is in your family lineage, okay, somebody comes along at some time and says, enough's enough. I'm sick and tired of this family suffering. I haven't figured out what it is yet, but I know something's out there. And I'm telling you, that person was me. Okay, I didn't come from a rich family, but a rich family was going to come from me, guys. I had enough. Now, I chose to do it in insurance sales, right? That's one of the hardest things you could do out there. What this is called parrot syndrome. Can you play Simon Says? Can you play Follow the Leader, right? I know what it's like. I know what it's like when you're nervous to take that credit card out, right? And oh my God, $297. I'm not sure. Guys, what are you going to lose? Quite honestly, what are you going to lose? Congratulations, Aaron. Congratulations for jumping in. I appreciate you for saying yes to your business and yes to your family. Because for a lot of you, guess what? You're out there and you're not being paid what you're worth. You're sitting out there and you're working for somebody at a shitty job. And I apologize for the language, but I am who I am. And I know you're better than that because that was me. A lot of people think entrepreneurship is tough. Let me tell you something. It is very tough. The hardest part about it is holding yourself accountable. So what you need is you need someone to hold you accountable until it becomes the norm. Because what's the other choice? You're going to go out there and you're just going to keep doing what you're doing? Well, you wouldn't be here if you weren't happy. All right? You wouldn't be here if you weren't happy. So what I want to do, guys, is I want you to go ahead, join us, lock arms. Let's get on that 3 o'clock call. Can I recoup my monthly investment every month? Craig Perrying, congratulations. Delilah, I promise you, from the bottom of my heart, on Wednesday, the training that I show you will show you exactly how to cover your entire membership, and you could probably do it in about 45 minutes. Can I guarantee that? No, because I'm not a dirtbag. What a
Hey,
dirtbag does is they
let me just
guarantee
interrupt you.
results.
Craig, who just joined, is an A-level copywriter. He did a session
When
with me
congratulations.
where um, where he wrote a book. Craig, can you unmute Craig? Are you got a mic, Craig? What was it like working on that session, and what was the end result of that book? Are you there?
Let's see. Let me try and find Craig. Let's see. Craig, raise your hand. Where are you, Craig? Oh, there he is. All right. Craig, come on out.
Can you also leave the school group open so people can find their way over here?
Yep. Go to joinmanus.com. Craig, I believe you can talk.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, a little bit low, but go ahead, man.
All right, fantastic. I'll try to talk a little louder. Yeah, no, Harlan, I still remember that at this point. We were on a call and we were talking about, hey, what do you want to do? And I said, well, I've been struggling with this romance novel I want to write. And so he walked me through a prompt, and as we were talking about other things, it just kept writing and writing, and as the chapters were flowing in. And I just spot checked the dialogue. I've got about 30 years. I was an English major. I've written books, and I just spot checked the prose that was coming through, and I thought, Harlan, this doesn't look like it's going to need any editing at all.
Oh,
And
tell them the story about the oak doors.
yeah, and so one of my spot checks, I looked at it and it said, she walked through these magnificent oak doors, and I had set the story on in a town in Cape Cod, and I thought, Harlan, wouldn't it like what if it just made that up? And I said, wouldn't that be awkward if someone was from there and they read it and they're like, hey, that's BS. So I was like, hey, I'm going to Google this, and I did. And sure enough, the first results showed that the library there was famous for its magnificent oak doors. And I thought, okay, Manus did its homework. It wrote the story down to a very minute detail that just makes it all the more real. So that really
And
impressed me a lot.
didn't you check it up on a couple of other things as well?
Yeah, there were a couple other things in terms of the time frame and the other aspects of it, but what was fascinating to me was how little effort we put into the initial concept. I was trying to keep up with you in terms of just I'm like, yeah, set it in the 1980s, time travel. Like we were just kind of going through it with very basic tidbits, and I had a story in mind, but I've written, I don't even know how many books I've written between Claude and Chat, and nothing has produced a first draft that looked like that. And the richness of the dialogue without it being cheesy or sounding AI ish was also quite stunning. So but if you look at the difference between how little I put in and how much and how fast it came back, and that it wasn't garbage, that's amazing. So it's high quality, and it was fast, and it was easy. And I think Harlan, in the years I've known you, when we talked about product creation, that checks all the boxes. So just
Thanks,
wanted to
Craig.
say that was awesome. Thank you.
So, folks, Manus is the most amazing thing that you can possibly do for yourselves. This is not bogus. Now, you can take those books that you write and put them up on Amazon and sell them. Now, there are a lot of books on Amazon that are written with AI. They are so bad. You can see in the middle of them that people have left in the prompts or they copied and pasted it. And you can see it says 4.0 in the middle, or it uses AI jargon. And in the next chapter, we'll go even deeper We will dive, delve, whatever AI words. Manus doesn't do any of that stuff. It sounds like it was a professional um, writer. Now, I have a friend who is a actual writer of New York Times best-selling romance novels. And I taught her months ago how to use AI for writing. And she looked at it and she said, well, I got a decent outline, which an outline you would usually take me anywhere from a week to 2 weeks. This did it in an hour, and it gave me a passable first draft, which requires a lot of editing. And then I sent her a book that I wrote in Manus. I spent very little time with Manus writing the book, and man, Manus just blew it away. I sent her the book, and what I got from her was she got upset with me. Why? Because it was that good. It was literally that good. She had little or nothing to say. So if you have been disappointed by the claims of the gurus or whatever, if you are afraid that this is a money grab and you aren't going to get back at least 10 times your investment in the first month, heck, on our call today, Adam is going to show you how you can get this for free every month. Get it for free. And heck, I would definitely want to be part of that. Back to you, Adam.
Hey, Harlan, I did something to make it really convenient. If you go back to the school group and go to the second picture in the about page and leave that open, I think that'd be the perfect thing to just leave open while we do Q&A. There's about 50 questions in the Q&A we can answer, a bunch of them about the program. But the second image instead of the main image. Boom, now we got the URL on the screen for everybody.
Beautiful.
Okay.
I want to congratulate Brenda, and I want to congratulate Eric for joining us. Guys, get ready to learn something that you have never, ever witnessed before in your life. You see, what I find for most people is that, and let me just, I like to be on video when I talk here because, guys, they're, life's a
Well,
serious.
well, be on video, but then I can't show his page.
Show the page and I'll stay off video. All right. So, guys, you already saw what I look like. Show the page, Harlan. Guys, a matter of fact, if you could show the section where you're talking about getting the AI tools together for people, because that's a lot of the help wanted part right there, guys.
Oh,
Yeah,
first of all, can you see my page now?
I can see your page.
Now, okay.
Yep.
Help wanted.
Yep. Click, guys. I want you to understand something. All right. Look what was being said there. All right. If you think you're joining another program or you're joining another seminar, you're out of your mind. You're joining a movement. All right. If you could read through the lines here, what are we really looking for? We are looking for people that want to learn AI and escape what they're doing, right? Whether it's you trying to eliminate work at your job because the business you own, you want to learn to automate tasks, you want to learn to automate marketing, or you want to learn how to do something completely new. Okay. We made one post in there. If you could read between the lines, more business owners today are asking about how does AI work for my business? Well, what if we were to train you on how to develop the tools for their business and help you match them up to business owners looking for them? Then you could now charge. You could now charge. You see, what a lot of people think, right? A lot of people think, oh God, I want to make a lot of money. I want to put a lot of money away. Well, the truth of the matter is, guys, you want to know what the best kept secret of the wealthy is? It's not having a lot of money in the bank. It's a lot of recurring revenue coming in every single month, right? It's called residual income. It's the reason why, as an employee, you cannot get ahead. You're trading time for money. You work an hour, you get paid. You stay an hour, you get paid, right? It's that simple. What does everybody that gets ahead in life and lives the lifestyle that most envy do? It's simple. They create and sell things where the owner pays for them every single month. Okay? Every single month. Just take this for an example. For most people, $10,000 a month would be a lot of money. All right? Nothing personal, but that wouldn't even help pay one of my credit cards. And I'm not saying that to be rude. I'm saying that to hopefully motivate some of you. To make $10,000 a month, do you know how much money you would need in the bank to get interest? You would literally need $2.5 million. What is it easier to do? Create that, okay, or get that type of money and put it in the bank, or create products, right, that business owners will pay for. But how are you going to do it if you're sitting on the sidelines? You can't. You can go and you can read a lot of the generic stuff on YouTube that, quite honestly, probably is made by AI. And the person that made it is the one making the money. The consumer, you, is the one that's losing the money. Where we have extended an opportunity for you by going to joinmanus.com, joinmanus.com, where you can go ahead for 297 measly dollars a month. You could lock arms with us and you could learn from the best people in the business. Okay, the best people in the business. Again, guys, we could have done this for free, but you know what? We would have got a lot of people kicking a lot of tires and doing nothing. And then we have no success. We have no way, okay? We have no way to literally elevate the status of the group. By you making a decision and you deciding to join arms with us, you are going to go ahead and open up a world that you may have not ever witnessed before. But keep in mind, right? Keep in mind, if you knew, if you knew deep down inside how important a decision like this was to the future of you and possibly your family leading the life that you guys deserve, being able to work anywhere from a laptop, being able to do whatever it is you want to do, and you decided that you didn't want to do this, my fear, okay, my fear is that in 2 or 3 years, you're in the same exact position that you're in now. Because I don't know about you. I wish I was around when they were selling Bitcoin for 50 cents. I wish I was around sitting in that Harvard dorm room when Zuckerberg was trying to pitch everyone on Facebook. What you have sitting in front of you guys is a way to learn and learn very quickly. Now, again, nothing's guaranteed, nothing at all, but you have to be in the game. Can't we guarantee anything? We can't guarantee anything because I don't know what you're going to do when you get in there. I do know that if you go in there and you go into the classrooms and you start diving into the information and asking quality questions, you guys could literally change the trajectory of you and your family. But you got to get in. All right. So again, it's $297 a month. You get in there, you don't like it, you cancel it after the first month. That's fine. We are going to over deliver, right, on what we want to do with this first 100. Because I got news for you. We will be jacking the prices up. The first 100 is just our test case. Okay. We want to create winners. We want to highlight you, right? So go to joinmanus.com, get out your credit card, put the information in, take a risk, go ahead, invest in yourself, and let's see what you're really made of. Okay.
Here's a note from someone in the group who said she just read over the courses in the classroom and they look totally epic. She's excited to get started. I saw my friend Eric Owens just joined us. Eric is in the business of selling businesses and also apps. Eric, can you unmute yourself for a second? Can you find Eric Owen?
Yeah, just raise your hand, Eric, and I'll get you out here. It's funny too. You're talking about buying and selling businesses because I can't show it publicly, but I've created something with Manus. Eric, just raise your hand here, and I'll allow you to talk. Come on out, Eric.
Hey guys, not sure if you can hear me, but
We can
We can hear you.
okay.
Eric, how much time do you spend finding buyers and sellers?
Yeah, a lot. So yeah, well, the buyer side, we get a lot of those incoming, but the seller side, that's been a change in our business where we used to get like all of our stuff by referral and people finding us. Now our business kind of transition where we have these really qualified buyers that are looking for very specific things that need to find new ways to find those particular prospective seller clients. And
And what if Manus could find a list of businesses ripe to be sold in an afternoon?
oh yeah, that yes, exactly. That's one of the main reasons I was checking it out. So very
So the
exciting.
answer is yes. You just
Okay.
tell Manus is going to ask you some things like what price range businesses, etc., and what what are some of the factors that would do it. And not only will Manus go ahead and do it, but Manus will also write some introductory cold emails for you and send them for you.
Wow.
And what email service do you use?
We use Entreport for like CRM, but
I'm sure just give it the login and it'll go in and do it for you. But
beautiful.
that's what's possible. You see, what we want to do, folks, is um, we want to make Manus relevant to your business. And if you don't have a business, we want to help you build a business. And the quality comes, the money comes when you get to spend time with us and you see that we are for real. We are here. We're not going anywhere. I've been online since 2002. My businesses have an A plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. Why? Because to us, customer service is the most important thing. And I am serious about training people to become AI agents. So our first course that we're going to do is teaching you the basics of Manus. And then we're going to start doing multiple courses, adding things each week to multiple courses, learning how to write books. Why write books? Because I think today that it is probably just the fastest way for you to make money online. Book, upload to Amazon, done. And then you can promote it on social media. Amazon, there are plenty of places, plenty of Facebook groups that will welcome your posts to go and check out your book. And if you make your book free with um, Kindle Unlimited, it doesn't even cost them any money, and Google pays you by the number of people reading your book. So follow my directions and you'll start making money really darn quickly.
I want to give a shout out to Matt Reiser, Brenda Chedister, and Eric. Or Eric, I already gave you the shout out. Brenda and Matt for joining us. We're up to we're up to let's see, we got 55 members now, I believe. Yep, 55 members. Guys, we have how many on the line still? We got 78 people on the line. Guys, what's holding you back from actually joining us? That would be my question I would have because honestly, this price point will never be here the same. A question had popped up, will we be grandfathered in? Absolutely. Absolutely, you'll be grandfathered in at that price. What are you going to do when you're watching our students making $20,000, $30,000 a month? Okay. Do you think we're still going to charge 297? Hell no. That's not the way the world works, right? That's not the way the world works. Are there any offers and discounts? Yeah, that's the offer. $297 a month. You could go on and you could literally join arms with us. Delilah's going to get her credit card. Awesome.
Adam, there is a 22% discount for annual membership.
Oh, that's right. I didn't, you guys approved that. I didn't. All right. So they wanted to they wanted to discount it even more. Some of you you don't like monthly bills. I don't like monthly bills either. I actually pay for my house in two payments for the year, and I don't like monthly stuff. And what they decided to do, quite honestly, I would say against my best judgment, is they decided to make it where if you wanted to pay up front for the whole year, you would basically save a whole bunch of money. So when you go to joinmanus.com, you're going to have an option to pay monthly or pay annually. Why do I like people that pay annually? One, you have a high level of commitment. You have a high level of commitment. Why is that important? Because the reality of it is we spend most of our times in lives, most of the time in our life, dilly-dallying around. Brandon Rigby, congratulations for saying yes to your business. Okay, guys, I want you to understand this. This is not about money. I know it sounds this way. It is not about the money. It is about taking somebody that's an average individual out there and literally showing them what a different life could possibly look like, the type of life that you and your family deserve. You see, everybody out there thinks that success is reserved for special people. I promise you, it's not. I've been in the room with people that are literally twice as stupid as I am, that are literally making 10 times the amount of money as I am. And you know, the only thing they do different, is they invest in themselves and they apply what they learned. There's a thing called the law of diminishing intent. What does that mean? That means the sooner that you learn about something, the quicker that you take action, the more likely it is to happen. Okay. It's the reason why diets don't work when they start on Monday. Why does it not work? Because you are mentally telling yourself the diet's not that important. It can wait till Monday. Where if somebody just got done with the doctor and the doctor said to them, hey, do you plan on walking your child down the aisle? Well, if you do, you better cut out the fried foods. That person starts immediately, right? That's the person that's going to succeed. And right now, you have a decision to make. It's very simple. Okay. That decision is very simple. Do you want to change or do you want to stay where you're at? We have 9 minutes left on here. Okay. 9 minutes left. I'm wondering if Emily's around. I would love for them to hear from Emily. She's built an amazing bookkeeping service. Guys, I've personally used it. One of the advantages of having people in this group is we do business with people that join and lock arms with us. But why don't you tell us a little bit, Emily, about you, your business, Manus, and how it's helped?
Absolutely. So I've had a successful bookkeeping business since it opened, but we always knew it could do more. And so I had Manus create a 30-day plan for me. And basically through various prompts, we had it review everything we're doing, our numbers, our expenses, who our clients are, everything. It gave me a 30-day plan. And in 30 days, I was able to cut my expenses by 50%. And then I was able to increase my income by 7.5%. So like 7.5 times, really. So I didn't hire anyone new. I didn't fire anyone. I literally just made changes to how we were doing things. And I 7x, more than 7x my income in that 30-day period just by following Manus's plan. And it was like the easiest thing ever. It tells you what to do. It was stupid proof. Like literally it was stupid proof.
Beautiful.
Well,
I appreciate that. Joseph.
Daniel just joined us as a year annual member, so he gets a one-on-one session with me. I'll be reaching out to you, Daniel, and giving you a link to book that time with me.
Congratulations, Daniel. That is a major yes to your business. And I appreciate you for the, I'm not sure if you're in the military, but it looks like you're doing something with the Air Force there. I just love that.
Can we bring him off mute to see why he decided to do annual?
Sure. Come on out. Love to have you, Daniel. Just raise your hand there and I will, I'll bring you out. I think, here you go. I got it for you. You there, Daniel? You just have to unmute yourself. Looks like he can't unmute himself. No big deal. If you decide you can, Daniel, we'd appreciate a little input, but no big deal. Guys, we're down to about 5 or 6 minutes left. Milton McCoy, can I email you? If you're in the group, you'll be able to get in touch with me, Milton. Appreciate it. Guys, I will no longer be talking AI outside of this group, just so everybody understands. I get hit up 10, 20 times a day. Can you do this? Help me here, this, that, and another thing. We can help you. We can help you, but you got to be in the group.
So Lila just bought, she was the one who said she had to go find her credit card, I believe.
Milton McCoy, I'm in the group, but I can't get access.
If
Boom.
you're in the group, you see the menus up at the top of the group, and you just go over to the classroom where everything is and just click on the classroom, and you should have access. If not, refresh your screen, and that should do the trick.
So
If you're
Chris,
in the group, you have access. There is nothing restricted.
so Kristen says, hey, can you recap what we'll learn inside? Yeah, I will. And you want to know, Kristen? This is a very overwhelming thing for anybody to do on their own. You see, you look at Harlan clicking the keyboards and your credit card's coming out of your pocket and you're kind of hesitant and you're saying, wow, this is, this looks a little bit difficult. What are we going to do in the group and what will you learn? Well, it's very simple. The goal of the group, right? The goal of the group is to bring in people that are serious about one, learning artificial intelligence, not the type of artificial intelligence you got to go to Stanford or MIT. We are talking about leveraging one of the most powerful tools out there. And inside the group, you're going to learn all aspects of it, all the way from the basics. Something as silly as how do I get my password? How do I log in? And how do I create my first prompt? But inside this group, you're going to have people that are supporting you on the same mission where you're going to be able to learn to create tools. You're going to be learn to create products. You're going to learn how to actually convert knowledge into dollars. You see, I see people out there on Facebook and they're all talking about AI, 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 right? You hear them talking about it, yet there's one question I've always asked them. Are you making money with AI? Right? How are you making money with it? Right? Nobody can answer that question because so very few people are doing it. And the ones that aren't talking about it online. They're talking about generic, put stuff into Chat GPT, blah, 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 blah. Inside, I mean, heck, when you go inside and you click the classroom, you're going to see a prompt guide. You're going to see the tool that Harlan literally has to show you how to save money on credits. It's going to see the affiliate guide. There's literally a PDF right in there, 50 ways to make money with Manus. Guys, you have to be inside the group. I can't stress it enough. Okay, you've been on the webinar for 2 hours now, I believe, and we've got a bunch of people that have joined us. I believe it's about 10 more. And guys, once we hit 100, we're done. We are done. That's our test group. And at that point, guess what? Come hell or high water, that 297 is never going to be 297 again. You can lock in at that price. And guess what? If you don't feel like you're getting the what you envision out of it, then you know what? All you got to do is cancel. But guess what? I don't have one person that wants to even remotely cancel yet. Why? They are salivating at getting the training, at learning, because you can do this at your own pace. And that's the beautiful part I love about this stuff. But you got to be in, guys. It's as simple as that. The definition of insanity is literally doing the same thing that you were doing last year at this time and trying to get a different result. That is literally the definition of insanity. Because if nothing changes, nothing changes. So believe in yourself, get out your credit card, join us in the group, and go ahead. Yes, I'm going to be like Adamaggio. Delilah, I appreciate that. I promise you, when you get to know me, the first thing you're going to say is, wow, he's a great guy, but he's nobody special. He's nobody special. All I'm doing is following what we call, AKA, the godfather of man is Harlan, what he does all day, all night. He has literally people begging and knocking down the door to give him an hour of his time. And it's not cheap. It's not cheap, right? He's literally going ahead and creating an environment where we can all get in that playground and get each other and make each other better at what we're doing. But again, if you're sitting on the sidelines and you're nervous, you're looking at it like an expense, not an investment. Not an investment. How many spots are left, Kevin? Let me check here. We're probably down to our last 40, right around there. We're down to our last 40, guys. Okay. Do I expect them all to sell out today? Truth be told, no, I don't. And I have no clue why. And I don't care because I would rather work with a more concentrated group of people that are more geared to go out there and literally launch the business of their dreams, right? And okay, Harlan, really good question. I actually can't answer this one because this is actually something I'm currently learning from him. Can you learn or speak briefly about building AI agents for sale? A little bit more about how Annis would work with this.
Oh, so that's a great question. The answer is when you build the AI agent, you can choose where you want to deploy it. Let's say you want to build a chatbot, a really smart chatbot on someone's website. You can do that. You can build AI agents on URLs that Manus will supply. You can build AI agents that will work, tools that will work. We did an AI agent for an SEO company, get this, that it took articles or YouTube URLs, found the content, rewrote the content, and posted original content to the blogs. Other AI agent, one that would clone websites and rewrite all of the content original. Now, this is not junk spam content that Google hates. This is indistinguishable from human content. Um, and so you can sell these agents to people, but what's even better is you can lease them to people to keep them there, keep them paying you so that you can go back and just keep money for that, making money for that again and again. Corey forwarded me a question that was a good one. He wanted me to save it, and I will. How do you load docs into Manus to train it, then get it to create an avatar, a landing page with upsells, etc.? Then create ads, retargeting ads, email flows, all being congruent. So that's a matter of training Manus to have your voice. And you can upload, you can give it a URL, YouTube videos of yours. You can upload sales letters of your voice or anyone else's voice. Want to write like Gary Halbert, one of the great copywriters? Tell Manus to go over to thegaryhalbertletter.com and get Gary's voice, one of the best and most simplest copywriter. It'll be some editing on your part, but we have created phenomenal webinars, sales letters, all of the things that you have written, we have created with Manus. It's like the unstoppable machine that, you know, remember the good old days in the NFL. It had Walter Perry, the refrigerator, who was like so big, he would just like, nobody could stop the guy. He was humongous. Manus is that kind of thing. No one can stop it. And with just literally a couple of hours of training, go through the core, the thing that's up on Think Like Manus, and go play and blow yourself away. Just don't be afraid of it, and it will outdo it. Now, the thing about Manus, if I were to take your requirement at the beginning, is the first thing, Mark, I would break it down into first, I would load the documents into Manus to train it. Then, after I did that and made sure to understand it, then I would say, create a customer avatar for me. Then create a landing page with an opt-in form. Um, and then you're going to have to give it some more information so it can do upsells, bumps, downsells, a full funnel. It can do it. Then you can create ads. And not only can you create ads, you can also tell Manus to make sure that the ads are compliant. You can create retargeting ads, email flows, all being congruent. And if you're using something like Go High Level or whatever, all of this can be built in and be set up, automation set up. So yeah, Manus, on a technical level, Manus can do it all. Are there other questions that we haven't gotten to? Because I want to make sure that you guys know that if you can think of it, it's really likely that Manus can do it. The one thing that Manus isn't there yet is on graphics. I'll be honest. I'll tell you that Manus and graphics are not yet best friends, but it's coming. That is the one thing that it can do. It can put up websites, yes. You could tell it to use Google Images, yes. You could tell it to make sure that you are not using copyrighted images, no problem. But to design something, it's not there yet. For example, this webinar, Manus created the webinar, and I made it look good in a different AI app called Gamma, which you can see up at the top of my screen. Other questions?
We got, is it just prompt writing? I could answer that for you. Guys, this is so beyond just prompt writing. You're talking about the difference between like dial-up internet for those of you that are around during that and sitting in an AOL chat room to the broadband internet. If you've never had a chance, there's a book called The World is Flat. And what it talks about is when dial-up was around, basically you couldn't do much, right? And then the internet came with not dial up, the high speed, and now all of a sudden video talk was possible. Think about how weird it was before COVID. People were working out of offices, and then we figured out during COVID that you could just get on a Zoom and connect with anybody in the world. It's the same thing here, guys. You're going to literally open your eyes to a world that you didn't even know existed. Honestly, I can tell you the one thing it's done for me is it's given me hope in a sense. Like I can go out there and create things that I used to have to hire and pay and hope people would get done, where I can go ahead, prompt it, go ahead, take a little nap, wake up, and the thing's damn near done. But guess what? I wouldn't be able to do. Wouldn't be able to do that if I wasn't in the group. Why? I'm gonna have to learn on my own. I'm gonna have to go to YouTube, go back and forth. Hope I'm not, listening to some idiot, right? The difference here, guys, is you want to be part of a community. Okay. This isn't another like course. This is about taking people, an average individual, and God forbid you're above average. If you're above average, you're going to catch up very quickly. But this is taking an average individual and letting you go ahead and create stuff. How many tokens do we get each month? Okay. Dale, I don't even honestly know because for me, the tokens are irrelevant. If I could take a job that I'm paying someone 60 grand a year for and have it done for 40 cents a day, the token cost means nothing to me. So that's probably a question best suited for somebody else. It's just not for me. I do want to reiterate here, guys. There is 65 people that are left on here. If you have any questions, please ask them now. They're getting ready for a training at 3 o'clock that Harlan's going to be teaching. And I'm looking in the group right now, and people are getting pretty damn excited about it. I have not even witnessed it or seen it myself, so I'm going to be just as excited. But long story short, guys, there's no other reason why you'd still be on the line here. You have a decision to make. The opportunity of a lifetime has a lifetime to the opportunity at this price, at least. I look forward to seeing those of you that are serious about changing your trajectory to go ahead and again go to joinmanus.com, put in your information, put in your credit card, get access to material, Hell, I mean, it's Sunday. You know, you could probably gobble up enough of it by tonight and start producing some things. So I encourage you to do that. Other than that, I have nothing further I could say on my side. Harlan, I don't know if there's anything else that you wanted to say,
I
but
want to tell you again, I have been at the forefront, the cutting edge of just about every breakthrough in internet marketing. Maybe you've heard my name, maybe not. I've worked with people like Jay Abraham, Dan Kennedy, Gary Halbert, John Calton, Rich Sheffrin, Jeff Walker, um, gosh, who else? Peter Parks, Perry Marshall. I just had a session with Perry Marshall on Manus, and it just blew him away. He didn't believe it was what he was seeing in front of his eyes. These are Frank Kern, Ed Dale. Ed Dale saw what I was talking about on Manus, is coming out of retirement to um, to create all new courses using Manus. These are the people. Who else? Russell Brunson, who I've worked with before. I believe I'm speaking with him this week on Manus. Nate Kennedy, Kevin Nations. These are the top people in the online industry, and they're all working with me. Why? Because they know that when I say that this is something special, it is. For Kevin, he has wanted to put out a book for years. He's wanted to create new trainings for years. And it can all be done in a single afternoon. Folks, at 3 p.m., we're not procrastinating. We are making money. Join us. Join us now. Get in there and see that the whole idea of struggling to make money is an absolute myth, and you can do it. Matter of fact, what we're going to do is we're going to create together at the same time. I don't want you to just watch. I want you to create with me at the same time. Making money with Manus starts at 3 p.m. I'm about to post a Zoom link in the group. Guys, the money, the cash register starts ringing today. Join us now. If you're holding out and you've got any hesitation whatsoever, I want you to do it. Now, people have been messaging me on Facebook saying, hey, Harlan, I get paid on this day, I get paid on this day. Can I join? Yes. But remember, once we get to that 100 level, we can't guarantee the price. And we didn't say anything about VIP days, Adam.
oh, so do you want? All right. So guys, gals,
We didn't say anything about guys who are in the group, right? We want you to come. Now, if you join and you do payment in full, Adam will fly you down first class, put you up in a hotel, and you'll be there. But we'll also be holding and opening up VIP days for members. You'll just have to pay your own way, pay for your hotel to get there. And believe me, by the time you finish, it'll be cheaper to do the yearly than to do that. And that day you will be doing live training with us. You will see this is not bogus. No, it's not going to be a pitch-a-thon. It's going to be working with you on your projects. Bring your laptops. Adam's office better be able to handle the internet that we're going to use that day. But we're going to be making money together, hand in hand. I'm going to be walking around. My background is education. I can teach like nobody, but I'd rather show you how to make money. VIP days coming soon. We want you to make the most of it. So we're going to get you some training in Manus so that when you come, we're not treating you like beginners. We're treating you like people who aren't going to be afraid to dive in and start making money. But you've got, these are not going to be, these days are not going to be open to outsiders. You've got to be a member to be invited to a VIP day. So join now. You've got it right up there. Whatever your hesitation is, I want you to know something. There's a famous quote, you've probably heard of, that if you think you can, you can. And if you think you can't, then I know you can't. I want you to go inside yourself and say, what would I like to earn this year as a side hustle? What would I do if I could replace my job and become a highly coveted, have a highly coveted career in as an AI agent? I don't know what that's going to do for you, but I can tell you that when it came to simple AI jobs, there were companies paying 200,000 a year for people who knew how to use Midjourney. And there are jobs that I'm looking now, digital AI agent jobs, 84K to 240K a year. AI agent solution engineers jobs, 252 K a year. Senior software AI agents, 175 to 245K a year. That's what's out there. Another company, 175 to 245K. Anthropic, 280K a year. Folks, this is the BarkBox. You know what they sell? They sell gift boxes for dogs. They're looking for someone for AI agents. You can work from home and make 150 to 250K a year. Okay. You are welcome to look this up and see that I am not making this stuff up. I just have my phone in front of me. Zendesk wants people from 80K to 120K a year doing this stuff. On and on and on. Another Zendesk ad, 98K to 146K a year. Are you going to be able to do these jobs? Well, yeah, because Manus is going to do all the heavy lifting. And I'll even show you a simple, dirty little trick to get the job done. Manus has done so many complex jobs for me, and I'm going to show you how to get those jobs done. So join today. This is real. If you have any doubt whatever, but make sure you know the URL. The URL is because we're going away and we're going to have, you're not going to be able to see that code any longer. So make sure you have this in front of you. Where's my Zoom thing? Why can't I find anything? Stop the share. Start the share. There it is. School.com/no space Manus. Write it down. For those of you who are waiting to Dan comes in as we're getting ready to close our doors. Dan, join us. Thank you, Dan. You're going to be amazed. These jobs are out there. There are so many jobs. That was just a quick 1-minute search. I didn't even look
Hey,
deeply.
Harlan, a really easy question. I know you know the answer for this one. They just want to know when will and where will the link be posted for the Make Money with Manus
It will
class
be
that you're
it will
teaching?
be in the group in the classroom section. It will be posted in as soon as we finish. I will put up the link and then give everybody a chance to do a little T and P break, and then we're going to get started and going. And there will be a regular Zoom. You will be able to chat. You'll be able to ask questions. Do not presume, and I really want you to have your Manus open and working with me, because we together, we are going to create something that is going to make you money this afternoon. Who is in for making money this afternoon?
Hey, Harlan, I've got one more question for you.
Sure.
So Kevin said, why is this call been about selling a subscription? I think Kevin probably missed some of the first hour of the call because we've only been talking about the subscription for the second half. But here's the part that I wanted to share with you. I'd really like to know about the cost of the tool Manus, in addition to the training, since online I see people say they won't sign up until they change the pricing. Credits expire if not used by the end of the month. Simple tests run through so many credits, even if they're given an invalid result.
Yeah,
I know you got the solution for this.
we talked about that before. We also demonstrated it is because people do not know how to do. They are coming from a world of chat, and little chat is like, okay, let's have conversations. As opposed to, I'll give you an example, a real life example. We have a cleaning lady that comes to the house, and since she's the past 2 months, she left her husband, she moved in with a boyfriend, and her brain is out to lunch. And my wife has been trying to get her to refocus slowly, being kind, being understanding. And then, but she's always on the phone with her boyfriend when she's working. And my wife is doing it the nice way. That's the Chat GPT way. My way was to send her a text message saying, please don't be on the phone when you're working in our house. That's Manus. Okay. Straight and to the point. And by the way, she stopped being on the phone. So, bottom line is, you don't need to chat. That costs credit. Tell Manus what to do, and it will give you projects. But if you're going into Manus with something that is just, hey, I'm going to fool around and see how many credits I can spend, that's silliness. But if you work with me today, you'll get something that can make you money nearly immediately. Okay, everybody, I will see you on the inside. I'm going to post. Is there any single last question before I go? Because the countdown has started. A single last question.
Most recent one I see is it's safe to give Manus your logins, and then I'm going to look for an even better one.
And the answer is yes. Manus says it does not. Manus does not recall things from one session to another. So yes, would I give it my bank login? No. Would I give it my LinkedIn login? Yeah. What are you going to do? Make me a stud? I mean, what's it going to do? But I would not give anybody that stuff.
I'm just looking for one more gem of a question for you. This person just says, I live in Boca already, so I don't need the flight, but I'd love to sit down with you and Harlan and build and expand my business. Count me in.
Well, the way to get in is school.com/Manus. School.com/Manus. That gets you in, and that gets you over to Adam's office. I'm just across the other side of Boca, just north of the Boca Del Rey border. So it'll take me about 20 minutes to amble over to Federal Highway and sit down with you guys and help you start making money with Manus. But it all starts this afternoon.
Here's a good question for you before we wrap it up. This is very tempting. He mentioned somebody I've never heard of before, but he says this guy offers a similar program, has a high following. How is your program going to be different?
Well, I don't know that there's anybody who has spent as much time on Manus as I have. I honestly don't know. I don't know what the program you're talking about. I haven't seen anything. I saw someone who I put out a manual on Manus, and like 2 days later, he put out a manual on Manus and was selling it for less. He doesn't spend his time on Manus the way I do. He's only beginning to figure it out. I'm sure that there are plenty. You can go to YouTube University, and there are all kinds of free things on using Manus. I tell you, these are the people who have not actually used Manus, probably because they're afraid of spending the credits, and not done a quarter of the jobs that I have done for clients. I have 3 Manus accounts going around the clock. And I don't know anybody who has those credentials. All right, everybody, this is your chance. We are closing down. I am going to be posting the Zoom link in minutes. A replay will be posted for you doubting Thomases or Thomasinas, but get in now, and we'll see you on the inside. We're going live with Manus. Make money with Manus at 3 p.m. Take care, everyone. Thanks for spending time with us. Bye-bye.